Warning, spoilers ahead. The Flash has been one of the most hyped films potentially in superhero history. But this is not without early problems. In fact, when James Gunn took over DC, there was speculation the film was even going to be canceled and used as a write-off. But after successful test screenings along with celebrities having early viewings, the studios decided to stick with the film but change much about it. We don't know the full extent of the alterations, but we know there is a 4-hour version where many of the scenes were cut, including many cameos. This video will delve into the positives and negatives of the film. Wait until the end for the final score. Let's start with the bad. First off, this is Ben Affleck's Batman's last movie, and his last appearance wasn't that great. An entire hospital is actually in the process of collapsing inside Gotham City, but instead of dealing with it, Batman chases criminal thugs who have a weapon that could wipe out half a city. Makes sense why they would split up. Off-screen in a prequel comic, this version of Batman actually trains the Flash to master his powers, which is why he trusts him solely to save everyone. Here's the problem. In the last adventure we will ever see for this Batman, he was limited to being silly and actually failed. While dangling from a bridge and simultaneously grabbing a criminal who is also holding onto the dangerous weapon, he almost drops him, which would have resulted in half the city getting destroyed along with him. Without outside intervention, Batman would have died fighting a random thug. It was Wonder Woman who saved his life and saved the city. While a Wonder Woman cameo is objectively awesome because Gal Gadot rocks, the way she was used was not cool. Batman deserved to succeed in his final mission, not to almost die and have to be saved while fighting a lower tier, Gotham City criminal. Not to mention, what's up with his nose? The problems don't end there. Sadly, we all have been hyped for Michael Keaton Batman's return 30 years later. Batman 1989 and Batman Returns are considered unfettered classics that elevated Batman in live action. So, imagine the audience's surprise when we find out this is not the same Batman as he has appeared in 1989 and Returns, but an alternative version of that Batman. At least, I don't think it is. Let me know in the comments if you think differently. His Wayne Manor, Batcave, Batmobile, and Batwing appear to be the same, however. This is a misstep, as we should have gotten another modern look at the beautiful universe Tim Burton made. Even if hypothetically this was that same universe, which I believe all signs indicate it's not, we should have seen more of the world so many of us fell in love with. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Keaton Batman's death. His multiple deaths. When he kamikazed into the mother alien ship with shields accomplishing absolutely nothing. Was anyone else mad? I was furious. How could one of the best tacticians on Earth not realize this was a ridiculous idea? There has been endless footage of the military battling these aircraft. Batman should have known before entering the battle this wasn't going to work, not to mention the shields actively being used when any projectiles hit them during the battle. Also, the idea of Batman being trapped in his own aircraft is ridiculous. He didn't have any weapons or strategies to break out.
Come on, man.
Did you like his death? Let me know in the comments. The absence of Henry Cavill's Superman outside of a brief CGI cameo is sad, especially since we know footage was filmed. If we are saying goodbye to the DCE universe, why can't he get a proper goodbye? Why is Henry Cavill shunned, but the alleged criminal might appear in sequels? Also, can we take a moment to laugh at how the whitest actor ever is portrayed as being half Latin? The Good. While there are complaints about how Keaton's Batman was handled, his best scenes were often the highlight of the film. It was great to see him as an incredibly capable strategist and technological genius. His backdoor access to NASA, despite the computers not being used in years, shows how far ahead he was. Another enjoyable aspect was seeing Keaton's Bruce Wayne. He was still very intelligent, skeptical, and showed he did not need his gadgets to engage in high-level combat. His reasoning for retiring made sense. Gotham City became one of the safest cities in the world. His mission was a success. One aspect that we covered in our Michael Keaton Batman series is his bulletproof armor. This was expanded in the movie to include his cape. The spinning seat in his Batwing to help maneuver and even dodge was incredibly cool. The entire Siberia scene, I thought, was well done, from the initial infiltration to subtle humor that worked and wasn't forced throughout the situation. And it was when Batman shined the most. And that takes us to another positive, Supergirl. While we all wanted Henry Cavill's Superman to have a scene or two, Sasha Calle was fantastic in the character. Her range of emotions were believable, and the fight scenes with her and Zod were great. I thought the twist of her losing to Zod was a nice addition as well. The trope of shiny new characters toppling the familiar bad guys has gotten very old. The Barry Allen scenes with his mother had a lot of heart and were done very well. This dynamic was very nice to see on the big screen. The fight scenes with both Flashes against the Kryptonian soldiers were very fun, and I thought highlighted how strong the character can be when taken seriously. The range of brief cameos at the end of the film were nice nods to characters of the past, but it's sad we couldn't get cameos from so many of the living actors, such as Grant Gustin. My favorite was George Reeve and Nicolas Cage's Superman cameos. Overall, the film gets a 7.4. It's a good movie, but one that could be better. While there were plenty of fun moments and the return of Michael Keaton's Batman was awesome, the film missed the mark throughout. I am worried Andy Muschietti directing Batman Brave and the Bold. I am not sure he knows how to make Batman formidable. Instead of thinking of a way for Keaton's Batman to discover a way to take down the shields, or a clever way to fight the Kryptonian soldiers, he commits suicide, accomplishing nothing. This is not what Batman does. The sad part about this film bombing and getting the mixed reception it's receiving is why we will never get a proper Batman Returns sequel featuring Michael Keaton Batman, nor will we see a Batman Beyond film with Michael Keaton as an elder Bruce Wayne. What did you think about the film? Let me know in the comments.